Okay, good morning to everyone. So today, I don't know why only 7 people have connected to class. I don't know why. Okay, however, I'd like to today. I'm a bit late. So, however, let me continue my class for today. So, in the previous session, we have come across all different kinds of mathematical methods which are used to apply in cryptography. So Euler's rule, Fermat's theorem, and then Chinese remainder theorem, how integers are being operated, how prime numbers are gets important while operating the cryptography. Everything has been seen here. Everything has been applied here. Now we will enter into original cryptography for a while. Excuse me, for a while, and you will come across what is cryptography and how cryptographic algorithms can be. Today we would like to see some number of cryptographic algorithms which are very useful for us, and we will get start the cryptographic algorithms from the ancient world, right away from Caesar cipher. I mean, Julius Caesar. He is the first person who identifies the crypto system. So let me start from there. Before going to take that one, so let us concentrate on what is the model. What is the model for cryptography, network security? How the model will be so identified by different kinds of people while transmitting the data from one person. Let me say sender to recipient. So this is the specification we would like to talk about today, and then followed by one small algorithm, that is a Caesar cipher, how it could be. So there so a small program which could be implemented for you. So here normally there are two actors in the security, network security. Those actors will be called as so technically speaking, they are sender and the recipients. But these people, I mean, many books have been referred. Sender is Bob and receiver is Alice. So two different people have been names have been taken, and the intruder or hacker, which will be considered as the Eve. Eve is the hacker. So these names have been taken from the Bible. However, whatever it may be, whatever the names it might be, so we would like to discuss something about model for network security. There are two actors. Actor number one. So actor number one is the sender, and actor number two is the receiver. And the sender wants to communicate using this particular message. He was prepared some kind of message, and this message will be transmitted over unsecured channel. Secured channel could not be secure. If anybody, if you are not supposed to make this particular thing secure, obviously other people will receive this particular message and will study what exactly we are trying to communicate with the recipient. So therefore, you must be make this particular message into a secured fashion, and which is being transmitted over unsecured channel. Okay, and this could be done. How this could be happen and this could be done? Let us see. So here, so he's trying to utilize one particular algorithm here. I'd like to give that name. What is that algorithm after some time? So one algorithm can be used here, and this algorithm can be taken two different types of inputs. Input number one is what actually the message will be sent by the sender, and second one is using which secret information he wanted to make this message as secret message. Let me say cipher. Okay, and he was prepared by taking these two. This algorithm will be prepared so secure message. The message will be so converted into secure, and which will be gives you some secure message, and yourself and the recipient will know about this particular secure message, because you have what kind of secret information you are supposed to use to what you call preparing secure message, and the same secret information is used to so preparing secret message to your actual message bank. Okay, and this could be sent. The secret message will be sent to So information channel, which is insecure information channel. Everybody can access this particular channel. This channel will be accessed by many number of people. And if you are supposed to send a message as it is into the channel, everybody could understand what actually that is. If you prepare this message with a secure kind of message, people could not understand what you are talking, because people could not so decrypt this particular message, so that this message will be forwarded to the recipient, and the recipient will be received the secure message from the unsecure channel. And this could be, again, whatever the operation he did here, whatever the specific operation he did by the sender, same operation but indirect, what you call, reverse method could be applied by taking the secret key. Whatever the secret key he was utilized, same secret key can be utilized here. And based on this particular secret key and the secure message, he will be apply this decryption here, so that he will be get the message back, and he will have whatever the message the sender wants to communicate with him. Yes, he will get this particular message back. So this is the general model where exactly the security, network security will concern. So network security is always trying to send the data on unsecure channel. It is not the secure channel. This channel could be a public channel. Many people can be utilized this particular channel services. Okay. Within this particular channel, you are trying to send your message. If you send as it is in the sense message will be sent as it is, everybody can access that piece of message, and that piece of message will be understood by many people. And if it is a sensitive message, then people will propagate that message to anybody, and sensitive message will be obviously so get viral, and the people will be do some kind of attacks on you and on our recipient, so that you may be lost the things. So to do not do such kind of operations by many other people, therefore you have to make your message as secure message. For that, what exactly we are trying to do here is you need to create one algorithm. That algorithm is called as encryption algorithm. And this algorithm can be, in addition to your message, you have to prepare one more extra piece of information that is called a secret information. Based on this particular secret information, your total actual message, this plain text, actually message is called as plain text. This plain text will be converted into secret message, which is called as ciphertext. After getting this ciphertext, you may be very much freely placed this ciphertext onto this unsecured channel. Therefore, if anybody will be received, people should not know what that message will be. So probably from this particular what you call unsecured channel, your recipient also receives the same message, and your recipient also know what is the secret piece of information to convert your message to secret message. It is also known by your recipient. Using this particular information, he again applied the same algorithm in reverse mode, which is called as a decryption algorithm, so that he will receive the message properly. And here, one more actor is there in this particular scenario. That actor is called as opponent, hacker, or intruder. What is the continuous operation of this particular person is, this person is continuously sensing that the unsecured channel, if anybody is being transmitted sensitive data or not. If sensitive data will be there, he will receive and he will be sell that particular sensitive data to opponent people. Okay, so that is the job of this particular person. Okay, this particular person is called as opponent, and the two more people are here. That is, one person is sender and the second person is recipient. These two people are called as trusted principals or trusted parties. Why these are called as trusted principals and trusted parties? In the sense, only these two people have known about the secret information. None of them has known the secret information. Let me consider what are the specifications to be taken into consideration here is, so the specifications will be looks place like this. Let me erase each and everything, then you could able to see the complete diagram in proper way. Okay, this is the total diagram. So here a message will be transferred by one party to another across the unsecured channel using internet service. Okay, the channel is unsecured channel, and the channel will be connected through internet, so that geographically you may be somewhere else and your recipient will be some other place. You may be communicate with each other by using this secret information. Okay, so that is what the point you need to consider here. And secondly, both parties must be so cooperate themselves to take the exchange of secret information, which is used to make a secret message, otherwise secure message, and in converse, which is also used to so secret message to your actual content of your message. To perform these two, you need to have this secure information. That information must be shared by these two people, these two parties who are considered as trusted parties, so that they must be cooperate themselves and they have to take that secret information right away. And third point will be, so the connection which is being taken, the channel which is being taken will be always insecure, so that you have to utilize certain protocol in the sense either it is TCP or it is so UDP, whatever it may be. There are so two different types of protocols which are used to transfer the information, huge amount of information, that is TCP and UDP. And we are already known about TCP is somewhat secure, not somewhat exactly secure, whereas UDP is insecure. It is not that much secure. So data will be placed onto insecure channel, and it could not be so know about whether it has been received by the recipient or not. Piggybacking kind of system could not be existed in terms of UDP, whereas piggybacking could be there in terms of TCP. So you have to use either of protocols, whatever the protocol you are interested, not you actually, the person who is designing this security model. So he must be take either of these protocols to implement this particular message exchange between two trusted parties. That is the point we would like to make here. Then followed by what exactly we are trying to specify. So during the transmission of the message, so we need to concentrate on two different types of operations. One is encryption and second one is decryption. What exactly you are supposed to do? These two things must be taken care by the designer. And second point will be, so always while applying this particular so encryption or decryption, you must be take some secret information which is called as the private key. It is called as the private key, which is used to so encrypt the data, or which is used to decrypt the data as well. So these two will be done. So this secret information must be transmitted between so two parties, two trusted principals in a secured channel. In a secure channel. If it is also in an insecure channel, everybody has to know what kind of key has been used to encrypt and decrypt. So everybody has to know there is no so secrecy while transmit the data throughout the unsecured channel. So that so the secret information must be transmitted through so any secure channel. Then only the encryption and decryption will be secured by both trusted principals, that we say sender and recipients. Okay, and this secret information should not be known to opponent. So that is why I have to quote it that it must be transmitted secret channel. Okay, and this model could be always expected to design. The designer must be always used to always expected to design these kind of operations. Number one, he must be design an algorithm which is used to perform security kind of the transformation. Okay, transformation between two different kinds of parties, they are trusted principles. They must be transmit the data in a secure kind of form by operating so encryption and decryption algorithms. So this algorithm also taking care that it should not be break by hacker or intruder. Okay, so this is the first design aspect of this particular security model. And the second design aspect must be secret key. Whatever the secret key you have generated, for one secret key, one kind of secret message or scrambled message, otherwise also called as a ciphertext. For one secret message, it must be some way of ciphertext. If secret information will be changed, obviously your scrambling message or ciphertext also gets changed. You must take that kind of measures while developing this kind of network security model. If secret, for every secret message, so the scrambling message will be always same in the sense it is not supposed to be a secured kind of model. You must be take care. You must be take care. For secret key will be equal to 1. It must be do something like this. This is the secret. Scrambled message. Secret key will be changed in the sense you must also change the so specific output of your data. Ciphertext. So if secret will be some other, then obviously you must be change your data in such a form, something like this. So that is why based on the secret information for each secret information, so algorithm will be produce different kinds of secured messages. That's also will be taken care by the designer while you have to consider this model as a secure model. Then followed by develop methods so to transfer or transmit the secure information. Let me say the key, whatever the key, that key also called a secret key. That secret key must be distributed between so two different parties in a secure manner. You have to look forward for that particular operation also. That is also one of the aspects while we have to develop this particular model. And the final one, you have to specify the protocol on which protocol data will be transmitted properly. You have to identify that particular protocol also, and you have to mention, yes, use this particular protocol to communicate each other to the parties. So these are the 4 points where exactly we have to consider while this model will be considered as the secure model. In this way, you have to implement. Followed by, let us consider symmetric ciphers. First one, if you consider this is the specific model of the security, network security. So what exactly we're trying to do, you have to take your own message and using secret key and so what do you call, this algorithm, encryption algorithm, you have to prepare a secure message. So actually, technically speaking, this is called as a plain text. This is called as plain text, technically speaking. This is called as a ciphertext. And this is called as encryption algorithm, EA. And obviously, we know about this one because just before we have mentioned this is a ciphertext. And this is called as a decryption algorithm. Whatever the encryption algorithm you have performed, the opposite operation of encryption will be decryption. And after decryption, you may be get so plain text back here. Technical words are these. Okay, so if you consider this is the model for network security, then how many kinds of network security algorithms will be there? There are two kinds of algorithms. One is symmetric, SYM, symmetric. Second one is asymmetric, ASYM. I'm unable to write completely. Symmetric and asymmetric. Then how the things will be. We did not specify what kind of operation will be took place to distribute the secret information between two recipients here. Sender and recipient here. We did not specify the channel here because it is a model. If you consider it is a symmetric model, what exactly we are supposed to do? We are supposed to do, this is the way. Sender and recipients, and sender will be prepare his plain text and he use an encryption algorithm. This encryption algorithm could also be took place the secret key. Based on that, he just prepared one ciphertext, and this ciphertext will be placed onto internet, which is insecure channel, and it will be sent to the recipient. Ciphertext will be received by the recipient. Not only recipient, many people will receive, but we are talking about only these two parties. Party number one is sender, party number two is recipient. And he, in addition to him, besides to him, many people will receive. Not only recipient, many other people also receive the ciphertext. But the secret key is there with only sender and recipient. Okay, he will apply the decryption algorithm so that so decryption algorithm can be taken ciphertext as one input, and second input is the secret key. Therefore, he may be get the plain text back. Okay. So here, very important aspect is in symmetric ciphers. Very important aspect is this secret key could not be shared by many people. Only shared by two people or two trusted principals. They are called as sender and recipients. Okay. So to perform this one, we would like to. I mean, the designer will always take care about the secure channel. So he must choose one secure channel to transmit the secret key here. So why it is called as symmetric in the sense, if you cut this particular figure into exactly half, the same operation will be done here. Whatever the operation he will done, so in reverse he will done here. In reverse he will done. This is called as symmetricity. I'll show you how the symmetricity will be. Already I shown you this one. Already it has been shown to you. But once again, so let me show you. Once again, let me show you how the symmetric operation will be done. This is the symmetricity. And if I were to draw something here, so whatever it may be, let me draw the something here, same thing will be happening here also. If I draw here, same thing will be happening here also. So if I draw something here, something like this, same thing will be happening here. So same operation will be done. So on both sides, in one side it may be, so let me look at this. I am doing in this direction, thereby it is in opposite direction. So that is why it is called as symmetric operation. Okay. So such kind of symmetric operation will be took place here. So how this symmetric operation could be done? Let me give you one example here. So normally, if symmetric algorithm will be taken into consideration, so this encryption algorithm can be done something like this. Ciphertext, CT in the sense ciphertext will be equal to encryption algorithm, which could be take this key as input, and key will be always same, but plain text will be get changed continuously. So based on this one, if you apply this particular function, obviously you could get the ciphertext to you. Whereas in decryption algorithm can be done. So this decryption algorithm can be taken same kind of secret key, and the ciphertext will be taken as input, so that you will get the plain text back. Within this one, if you conclude like this, you can say henceforth, you can say decryption of so encryption of X. X is actually plain text. If you consider like this, it will be almost all equal to encryption of decryption of X will be equal to plain text, actual text here. If you operate this one, and it will be took place in reverse of, if you operate this one, you may be get if you operate like this, you will get X, or if you operate like this, you will get X. That is the meaning here. Okay. So in this regard, I'd like to show you the first and foremost algorithm. That algorithm is Caesar cipher. What exactly the Caesar cipher will be? So look at this. I have already prepared this particular program for you. I don't know how many people are able to see this one. Caesar cipher is always trying to perform. So he is trying to transfer the data. I mean, give that particular data, scramble the data to the, so one of his messenger to its opponent, so that he may give some data. So the data will be always taken in terms of transfer scrambling mode, and he's also give key to that particular messenger. Let me execute this one for a while, then you could get a proper idea. So I would like to wanted to send this particular data to my friend. So something like Newton's Newtons. This is the data which I would like to. I have prepared this one for only characters, not for any other special characters here. Look at this. So key will be, so n will be take the displacement by 3 characters forward. E will be take displacement by 3 characters forward, and so on and so forth. So look at this. It will be Newtons will be always translated as QH, ZW, or QW. Okay, instead of n, it could be taken NOPQ, 3 characters ahead. EFGH, 3 characters ahead, something like that. It has been transmitted like that, and this is during. First one is during original plain text and ciphertext is during encryption, and during decryption. So whatever the data which is received by the receiver or a recipient, he may be apply something like this. Previously, whatever the data, n plus 3 positions, e plus 3 positions, w plus 3 positions. Whereas in decryption, q minus 3 position and will be converted to lowercase. Thereby uppercase, and here it will be converted into lowercase. Q minus 3, h minus 3, z minus 3. So the key, encryption key will be play a vital role in this particular regard here. How this could be implemented? Let me explain by taking this particular thing here. Wait for a while. So A, B, C, D, E, something like this. If you are supposed to take something like this, A will be marked as 0, B will be marked as 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. And so conversion will be, key will be taken into consideration. Key will be play a vital role here. For example, key will be 3 in the sense, instead of A, you could write, so from here 1, 2, 3. Instead of A, you could write D. Instead of B, you could write E. Instead of C, you could write F. Instead of D, H, F, G. Here it is H. Here it is I, and so on and so forth. Okay, in this way, it is being continued. So based on the key value, it has been taken into consideration. If you change the key, so let me say key will be equal to some 4. Instead of A, here in this particular situation, what exactly we are supposed to write here in the sense, instead of A, so 1, 2, 3, 4, you may be write E here, capital E. So F instead of B, F, G, H, I, something like this, J, and so on and so forth. Like this, you are supposed to write here. Okay. So if key value will be changed, obviously your pattern also get changed here. So nowadays, these questions will ask to you. So in non-verbal or verbal reasoning, of course, this is there with verbal or non-verbal reasoning while you are attempting any kind of questions. Those reasoning kind of questions will be based on Caesar cipher only. So this is the way you have to, this is actually plain text data. This is actually plain text data. This is the key. Key has been taken in such a way. After taking plain text and applying this particular key, it could be specified, so called as cipher text. After getting your cipher text, let me say D, E, F will be taken as your cipher text. Let me consider this is your cipher text. How you'll get this particular thing here in the sense now, you may be gets operate, key value will be, previously it is positive 3, here it is right now it is negative 3. Negative 3 in the sense, you may be operate whatever the position of D minus 3, D will be equal to this one. So D position is 3, 3 minus 3 will be equal to 0. Instead of A, D, you may be write A. Instead of E, you may be write B, and C, E, and so on and so forth. This is called as the plain text, which is coming back. So at encryption, this is encrypted operation, encryption algorithm, and this kind of thing is called as a decryption operation. So in encryption, key will be positive. In decryption, key will be negative. Okay, it has been gets operated here. Let me show you for a while by taking the example here. Okay, sorry. So look at this. Look at this. So here I have been operated if plane of A, a plane of I will be equal to alpha. Alpha in the sense actually 26 characters. You can see all 26 characters have been mentioned here. all 26 have been mentioned here. Okay, so alpha of A, if any plane of A will be, I will be satisfied with alpha, then we immediately have to break that one, so that the K will be having its location. For example, F will be taken. F in the sense, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. F is 5. So K will be having 5. 5 plus key. Key will be 3, for example. So 5 plus 3 in the sense, so 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Instead of F, you could write I. Okay. Modulo division 26 in the sense, if it is goes to, so 26. Let me say 25. So if you go at this particular place, you could get 25. Modulo division 26 will be 25 only. If it is increased by 1, for example, even in your scrambling message, Z will be there. So, sorry, in your plain text, Z will be there. Z plus 3 in the sense, obviously 25 plus 3, 28. So 28 modular division of 26 will be 3. So something like that, not 3, 2, sorry, 2. So based on that, it is going to get operated here. I will send this particular program to you. You just implement for a special case kind of letters also. You please implement like that. Okay. So this is the encryption. Encryption algorithm could be took place in this area. Whereas decryption in the sense, you could see decryption could be took place in this area. Here I have been operated K plus key modulo division of 26. Whereas K minus key modulo division of 26. So decryption could be gets operated exactly in reverse, and encryption will be gets operated. Whatever the key you have given, same plus will be taken in terms of so Caesar cipher. This could be the decryption here, so that you could get a proper output here. Let me printf. Let me take one during decryption process. During decryption process, this is the point. Whereas during encryption process, this could be gets occurred. This could be gets occurred. Let me execute this one for a while. So let me execute. Let me take Newton's again. Newton's again. So key will be right now. I could change from the key for 5. You can see NEW or something has been gets problem here. So probably it is not 26, it is 25, I think. Okay. However, you please check out for all different kinds of possibilities, and you please execute the same program for a while, and then you will reply to me. Okay. So this is the way you could get. If it is 3, so it will come properly. Newton's key will be 3. If it is come in a proper way. 3. Okay, you please check for the 4, 5, 6, 7. Up to 7, the key value will be changed from 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. Up to these values, you have to apply for trial and error. And my program is working properly or not, you have to check. If it is not working properly, you please make such kind of modifications and share among everybody. Okay. So in this way, you have to operate the Caesar cipher. Here also, encryption algorithm is there, and you have forwarded this message to your friend or to your recipient by giving this particular key, so that he may be apply for decryption and get back this particular data. Same operation will be took place here, but it is not secure actually. Why it is not secure in the sense? In English, we do have only 26 characters, and there is a possibility to get this 26 characters, 26 operations back by applying brute force algorithm. Brute force algorithm. Okay, brute force algorithm. This is a specific algorithm which is useful to you. So to break the security, I'll show you this one for a while. So I'll prepare one more program for you for tomorrow class, and I'll show you how brute force will be gets operated on such kind of algorithms here. I'll show you. Sure, I'll show you by tomorrow. Okay. So this is what about the class for today. Okay.